Forgot it was muted. All right, hello there, everybody. I just realized all my Halloween decorations are still behind me. I forgot to take those down. Guess I'll do that tomorrow. Hey, everybody, what's up? Hey, you're not looking at Minecraft right now. Why? Because it's broken. If you're out there and you're trying to play Minecraft across any of the launchers right now, to my understanding, it's not working for anyone. CurseForge is not working. We've tried it on a couple of, even the Mojang servers themselves appear to be experiencing an issue. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to play Minecraft tonight. I don't really have anything else set up to stream, so I thought I might just hang out and chat with people for a little while. Probably not going to stream super long because of it. So I apologize that we're not going to get to it. It was working fine earlier today. I was on Sky Factory 4 for several hours, prepping for tonight's stream. I got the open computers room done. I got a place for molten salt reactors. We were going to jump in and do some of that. So unfortunately, we will not be able to do any of that today. Hello, Hanzo. And unfortunately, because of I don't currently have any of the Jackbox stuff set up or downloaded. I'm doing some updates to my streaming program. Oh, I'm using Streamline's OBS, and I'm redoing a bunch of my streaming scenes, so I don't have anything else set up right now other than for Minecraft, because I wasn't expecting to need anything, and tomorrow is my day off of streaming for this week, and so I was going to be working on that all day tomorrow, so I'd be ready for Wednesday. So yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have anything else set up ready to stream tonight. I've got everything else down. So yeah, no, with you, Cairo, it seems to be almost everybody. From what I can tell, some people who were already playing when it went down aren't being affected. I don't think it's kicking people out, but it's not letting anybody log in at this point. The issue I had, and you may have the same thing, when I tried to log into Sky Factory 4, I got an error message pop up that says that 22 mods are missing, and if I move forward, it'll restart the game with my save and take those out and create a new world save, which means I lose all the mods that are in there. And and one of them is Lost Cities. So for me, I would lose everything that I've built. So cannot pull that on, unfortunately. I don't want to mess with it. And you can log into the launcher, you can load the game. It's when you try to load your save that's the problem. I didn't try creating a new one, but I really don't want to. Teresa's isn't working either. Yeah, several of us were just trying. Yeah, so a bunch of us are getting a bunch of different errors and such. Bonix the drivers one, I've had a few people mention that. Like I said, I had another wonderful person reach out to me earlier and saw that I was going live and let me know they weren't able to get on. They tried several different launchers and were unable to get on any of them. So sadly, we don't have that. Have a Jaeger on you. You know, I haven't done a shot of Jaeger in forever. I also don't know why that didn't pop up. Oh, because I don't have it set to pop up when I'm not on the game stream. Give me a second, and I will go and grab my Jaeger. Give me a second. I have it over here. Don't look at my butt. It's all zoomed in today. You'll get a much higher thing of my butt. You know what I did today? I did my laundry. Did my laundry today. And then it was time for the stream. And I'll be honest with you, most of the day when I'm sitting here doing my job, not caring, I don't wear a shirt. I'm just sitting here in front of a fan because I get hot very easily. It's because I'm girthy. And so I clean a shot glass. I do not, that. I do not, unfortunately. So I went and grabbed a shirt out of my laundry because it was in the dryer still. Put it on, sat down, went live, and realized I'm wearing the exact same shirt I wore yesterday. But I do promise it's clean, other than it looks funky, dusty, because I'm old. But, so, I've got shotty shot glass, and I will do a Jaeger shot for you. I have no problem. Teresa's here. I'm sure she'll enjoy it. We're talking about that. So I'm going to talk about a few things today. I can chat a little bit about Merged Worlds, and some of the D&D stuff. So, let's see. What I'm going to do after this stream is done and ended and such, I am going to go in and change the name of it and change the thumbnail and stuff so it's not listed as an episode of the Sky Factory series. So that way a bunch of people who are watching it later don't jump in for an episode that isn't going to give them anything they're wanting for. So I will go in and fix that a little bit later. Excuse me. I'm done. Suggestion you should do a Let's Play Ragnamod 6. A very highly modded mod pack. Okay, I'll check that one out. I was working, but I got my standard Minecraft launcher to work now. It's no longer corrupted like it was. Okay. Like I said, it's things I've been told are going in and out. It's been going on for the last little while. I was playing Minecraft perfectly fine like 5 hours ago, but then I was working on another project. So I did not had to log back on until about 30 minutes before the stream, and I was getting this issue when I had a couple people reach out to me asking if I was having it as well. So, Jaeger shot, though. Thank you very much, Aestinix. I appreciate the donation. Sorry it didn't do the little pop-up, but it doesn't, because, again, I'm adjusting some of the way the pop-up stuff works. So, thank you, though. Oh! Oh, my God. Okay, so, it tastes as bad as normal. It tastes as bad as normal, but because I'm still burning with the last little bit of chemical burns in my mouth got all chemical burned a week or so ago. That burned. That's the first alcohol I've had in like a week or two. I bet the cream moonshine would probably be okay, but whew, that burned. Goodness. So I'm going to chat about just a couple of random things today then, since unfortunately I can't stream Minecraft. And again, if you're watching this, I'm going to update the thumbnail and the name of the stream later so it doesn't show up as part of this set. So, 2 weeks from tomorrow, which will be the 22nd of November, I will be doing a 24-hour charity stream here on YouTube. It's going to start at noon Eastern Standard Time, run for 24 hours. For those of you with math problems, that means till noon on Wednesday. The entire thing we're going to be doing is to support Extra Life. And Extra Life is a charity that supports the Children's Miracle Network, which raises donations to help sick kids and their family. 100% of any donation that you make goes to the kids and their family. I don't see a penny of it. In fact, the donation links I put up, if you make the donation the way I asked, it won't even come to me. It goes directly to the charity. It doesn't pay people's paychecks. It doesn't pay process. All of it goes straight through. So there's a lot of that. But yeah, so that'll be coming up. We're going to have a bunch of different stuff going on. A lot of fun games. I'll definitely play some Minecraft, of course. But we'll play a bunch of other stuff. We'll definitely have Jackbox. We'll do some GTA. I've got a couple other games that I've not really streamed here before that I'm thinking of throwing on for some segments. And I'll also have a bunch of fun interactive things that you can participate in to help raise funds. So we'll be doing there'll be several different hours throughout the day where it'll be dedicated to donating to make me do shots. And for one of those, at least one of those hours, Miss Teresa, a longtime moderator and fan of Jägermeister, will be matching me shot for shot. Well, she said she'll do shots, but I'm going to put her on the place and say match me shot for shot just to see if she can hold up. But she's going to do that. I'm also going to make a bunch of Jell-O shots. We may have some disgusting things that I have to eat. There'll be stretch goals to make me eat spicy things. I may get some large quantity things. If we hit a certain amount, I have to try to eat a certain amount of food in a given time right there on stream. I wonder if I could eat 100 cold chicken nuggets in 30 minutes. Most people that I said I should do it in an hour, but I feel like that's not enough for me. So there's that. Someone asked, what type of alcohol do I have? Here in the house, right now, vodka. I have a little bit of raspberry chocolate, strawberry chocolate cream moonshine. I have moonshine peaches. I have a brand new bottle of peppermint moonshine I haven't opened up yet. Let's see what else we got over there. Got Fireball, whiskey, got the Jaeger. Pretty sure I've got 2 types of tequila kicking around here. What is that over there? Okay, I can't tell what that one is. Give me a second. Let me look. Nope, that's a tequila. So another tequila. So yeah, lots. So there, that's what I have. But for Extra Life, I'll have extra things because I fully plan on making a bunch of Jello shots. Let's see. What do we got in here? Code. Some people are saying it's up and working for them a little bit now. That'd be cool. Donate the entire FNAF franchise. Would you play them on stream? I played a couple of them. They didn't really do much for me. I think I played the first and second one. I didn't find it scary at all. We went through it. We played it for a little while. I think we played the first one. I did a series for a while, a long time ago, that was $5 games, where people recommended games that cost less than $5. And I would play 3 of them for an hour each in a 3-hour stream, and then we'd vote to see which one we liked the best, right? So there's that. So I played a couple of the 5. I mean, I'm happy to give them a shot. Any games that aren't Minecraft will always be streamed over on Twitch, though. Here I try to keep it. I only try to stream Minecraft and Dungeons & Dragons stuff here on YouTube, with the occasional charity stream where I do other stuff, and once in a while we'll do a Jackbox. I've done GTA in the past, although a lot of that now I move over to Twitch, because I try to keep this channel primarily more about Minecraft and D&D. Let's see. Let's see what I got. So yeah, that's coming up, and then a week later, on the following Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a 12-hour stream for the same charity over on my Twitch channel. And that one will probably run from noon to midnight. The Twitch channel is a much smaller audience, but I do want to take an opportunity to potentially maybe earn some donations there. Anything I can do to help support a wonderful charity, I want to do. If you've been here for a while, you know that I do Extra Life in the winter, and I do animal charities, local animal charity in the summer. We had a great turnout for our animal charity in June, and then I just learned out from my employer that me doing a charity stream counts as me volunteering hours for charity. And since I volunteered more than 12 hours this year, I get to have my company cut a $250 check to the charity of my choice. So they're going to be sending another $250 check to the animal charity that we supported back in June. So that's awesome. Nice little surprise I just found out this week. So that's groovy. What else? What else we can talk about? Second thing, and this may not interest many of you, but I'm going to throw it out there as a snippet. Every other Tuesday night here on YouTube, I stream my Merged Worlds Dungeons & Dragons story. Something I'm very passionate about. I've been working on it the majority of my life at this point. Passion project for sure. I have started the process of I'm designing a collectible card game based on Merged Worlds that I would hope to eventually make available to people. If you ever play things like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemans, all that kind of stuff. It's a collectible card game based thing that would be physical cards. At this point, I don't plan on doing it digitally. I just don't know how to make a game. That's not a skill that I have. But when it comes to making cards and such, I've got programs. So I am working on putting that together. I've actually gone into the making stage. I've been planning it for a while, but I've now stepped into the creation phase where I'm making a Merged Worlds Fantasy D&D collectible card game. Right now, the basic premise of the game is that you would have a deck based around one of the main characters in the story. So would the other person, and you would be in a race to be the first one to capture a certain amount of artifacts, which you can do by sending champions on quests to different card locations, or attacking someone else and to try to win the ones that they've already got. So, yeah, Hanzo, just launched your world and have 22 missing mods. That's the one that I'm getting, yeah. That's the one that I can't get loaded either. When I try, it says no. And if you continue without the mods, you lose them. And since everything I have is in the Lost Cities, and that's one of them, I'm not willing to gamble starting it. Teresa's going to do Jaeger shots with me on the 24-hour stream for a specific hour. More details on when and how. So if you'd like to get double bang for your buck, if you'd like to make not just Draven, but Miss Teresa, the one single person in this community who's dedicated her life to make me drink nasty things, and you'd like to help punish me while still also getting me a little bit of vengeance, that's the hour you might want to save your money to donate for. I'm just saying, for no particular reason, that would be a good time to donate. And we may have other stuff like that. I may reach out and see what else I can pull in. Teresa's got Jaeger. I got tequila. I'm going to have both. I'll have tequila. I'll have Jaeger. I'll have Fireball. I'll have Moonshine. I'll have Jello shots, which vodka by Jello shot. You can use other things, but I like vodka. And I may even pick up a bottle of a type of liquor maybe I've never had. Not rum. I like rum, but I like rum in a mixed drink. I don't do shots of rum. Some people just drink straight rum. I don't have a flavor. Spiced rum I can handle a little better. Rum is just not a shot drink for me. I like a lot of mixed rum drinks, but I'm just not that. So yeah, just throwing that out there. No, no, you have donated. Yes, so here's the thing. The amount of people who've donated money just on behalf of Teresa, so I'd have to drink Jaeger. I hate Jaeger. It's horrible. Although tequila's right up there at this time that I hate just about as much as two of the worst alcohols I hate. Now, there are two that are worse. If you ask me nicely, I'll tell you what they are. Maybe I'll even think about getting one or two for the stream. There's a donation goal. If we hit a certain amount of point, then I will do a shot of a certain liquor every 10 minutes for an hour. 6 straight shots of the worst alcohol ever. Gross. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun stuff to mess with on there. A lot of fun things to do. And I'll have some nasty eating stuff. Last time, we did something I called the ODG sandwich, where I had like a ton of different food items. And for a specific hour, if you donated $10, you got to pick a food item off that list. And at the end of that hour, I took all of those things and put them together to make a sandwich. And I remember it was like a cheese whiz, Nutella, marshmallow cream, pepperoni, spicy mustard. I don't even remember what else was on there. There's a mess of stuff. And it was probably the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten in my life, not counting Vegemite. But it was gross. It was horrendous. So, yeah, Teresa and I are going to definitely do the shots thing. That's going to be fun. Sky Factory is not letting you do normal world. So it seems to be kind of hit and miss for people. Some people are getting in, but it looks like the majority of people is not. Bonix looks like his failed again. Yeah, at this point, I just don't want to gamble losing everything that we've done. You know what I mean? We put a lot of work into this playthrough. And I am now in the very early stages of figuring out what I'm going to stream after Sky Factory. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm narrowing it down to a few. So I'm looking into that. Ghost peppers. Now, Dire Garth, that's a great question. So, if you've ever been here in the channel, you know that Draven does not do spicy, right? Spicy is the devil. And Taco Bell mild sauce is more spicy than I like to eat. I just don't like it. So, I usually have a spicy component in the stream. Normally, that's a stretch goal. The first year, I did ghost pepper hot sauce, a full tablespoon of it. And then the second year, I did the one chip challenge, which I have kicking around over there. The little box. It's behind the bat symbol. It's right there, a little red box. And then the next step that we had as a stretch goal last year was the Death Nut Challenge, but we didn't reach it. The Death Nut Challenge is a sequence of 5 different type of nuts, where the first one's worse than the one chip challenge, and they consecutively get worse. So, yeah, again, I installing and switching and swapping it around, and then I would have to go in and set up my stream program to then capture the new program. So it's a whole lot to mess with it for fear that it might not swap back over in the saves and such. I think it might be easier to kind of let it slide a little bit. But that's okay. That's all right. We have time together. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of stuff for charity and for fun. Even if you are not in a position to donate, come on by and hang out with us anyways. There'll be some community. We're definitely gonna play a bunch of Jackbox. We'll definitely play some GTA if you'd like to jump in and play GTA with me. Races and death matches and all sorts of stuff. We do community stuff in GTA from time to time. I do have a crew on the Rockstar Social Club that's open to anyone who wants to join it. It's called Draven's Dragons. It's the same name as our membership program here and our sub program over on Twitch. But yeah, feel free if you play GTA and you'd like to jump in and play with us. Jump in the crew and sign up. Ooh, got fuzzy. jump in and join up the crew, and then when we start playing, I'll send invites out to everyone in the crew to join it usually on a closed server. Why is my camera being funky? Hi, Draven. There we go. There we go. I'm less fuzzy now. I'm fuzzy. I just realized my beard's getting long again. I'm going to have to trim it back up again. Let's see. All the mods to the sky is my choice. Your favorite. Sadly, it needs create, but not by a lot, and it's a sky block. All right, we can add that to the list of potentials. I said I normally download a whole bunch of mod packs and then jump into them, play them for an hour or so, see what mods are in there, and then kind of figure out if it's something I think I can get enough stream out of. You know what I mean? Because I stream for like 4 hours twice a week. That's 8 hours worth of game time every week. So if I'm only going to play it 20 to 24 hours and I've done everything, it's not really enough time to invest in it as a stream show. Might be fun for me to just play it on the side, or maybe even do tutorials on. But I definitely need to find a pack that I'm going to be able to dedicate at least 5 or 6 weeks to of streams to make it an interesting service. Yeah, I'm not enjoying Stoneblock 3, so I'm probably Stoneblock 3 will not be a pack that I'm streaming. I am going to be putting out some Stoneblock 3 tutorials starting here in the next week or so, because if there's ever a pack that needed it, it was that one. But I will be putting Stoneblock 3 tutorials out, so I am putting myself through the game off camera, but I do not think that I'll be streaming Stoneblock 3. I learned a long time ago, the very first mod pack I streamed after Sky Factory was called Volcano Block. Some of you who have been with me for 2 or 3 years will remember Volcano Block, and I learned very quickly that people do not enjoy watching me when I'm not having fun. When I'm not having fun, I don't have any way to hide that. I am not an actor, my friends. If something's irritating me in a game or pissing me off, I am not going to be able to hide it. So if I'm irritated, it's not fun to watch. So I am very, very careful to make sure that if I'm going to stream it, it's something we're all going to have fun on. Let's see. What else we got here? Here's one of the things to do, hitting them out. Dye your beard. We had that on the list. I don't think we hit that last year, but I'm up for dyeing my beard or my hair or both of them. I don't care to do that. I mean, physical appearance stuff I'm not that worried about. I can't shave my head. Medically, it's not an option, but I don't care to dye them. Mods have Feral Lanterns, Britannia create. Another one that is not ME system is storage. Drawers, but not like filing cabinets. It has Twilight Force 2. Gotcha. We'll check it out. I don't like create at all. And create in a mod pack is fine when there's options. When you can use create or not, it's your choice of this and that. Best example I can say of a pack like that was Sky Farm. Sky Farm was a ton of fun. And it had create in it, but there are other ways to do things. So if you didn't like create, you had options. But mod packs where you have no choice but to use create, and that they have gone and made something more difficult for no reason other than to make it more difficult, is not something that I enjoy playing. It's for those reasons Stoneblock 3 is just not working for me. Not saying you shouldn't play it. 100%. Everybody out there should give it a shot. It's because I don't like something doesn't mean you don't like it. You all know I don't like AE storage, but I always tell you, you should still make one and try it and see if you like it better. It's because I don't like something doesn't mean you won't like it. Everybody should try something themselves. But if you ask me my opinion on something, I'm going to tell you the honest answer. I will never lie to you. That is my promise. But but yeah, everybody's different. And I totally think that everybody should jump out there and should give Stoneblock 3 a try. If for no other reason than the creators of that mod pack put a lot of hard work and time into it, and they deserve you at least giving it a chance. If you decide it's not for you and don't want to play it, you don't have to. And if you love it, power to you, jump in it all you like. It's just not the kind of thing that I enjoy enough to be able to get stream enjoyment out of it. I find it frustrating. But Sky Farm, yeah. Sky Farm was a great pack, and some people used create. I didn't. We all still managed to do all the same things, and we all had fun playing the pack. It was a great pack. Probably next to Sky Factory and Stoneblock 2, which I did love Stoneblock 2. The only thing Stoneblock 2, the only thing I didn't like was the reward system. I just think they give you way too powerful stuff for nothing. Especially if you're going to make the easy stuff harder, why then as a reward give you the hard stuff easily? That makes no sense to me. Play with alien automation inside A. Totally should give it a shot if you haven't done it before. Terry and I, when it comes to Minecraft, are very like-minded. One reason we've clicked so well. Ragnarok mod is bigger than Insanecraft. I loved Insanecraft. Insanecraft was a blast. Even the debacle we had with... what was it? No, it wasn't Mistcraft. What was the one that I used? The magic thing that corrupted. I almost lost my whole base. It was frustrating. But again, a good example of a pack with a whole lot of stuff in it, and you can do the parts of it that you want because you think it's fun. And the stuff that you may not enjoy, you don't have to do. There was nothing in there that I had to do. So I like that. Minecraft Bedrock works fine. Probably an update screws on job. Well, it's possible. You know how it is. It happens, you know. Outages happen of any kind. Like power outage, internet outage. There's things that affect the stream. Thaumcraft, that's it, Hanzo. Thaumcraft, which is fun. I like playing with Thaumcraft. You just got to build that really far away from your base so you don't destroy your base. What is Insanecraft? I streamed an Insanecraft playthrough 2 playthroughs ago. So before Sky Factory 4, I did Enigmatic 2, I believe, or 3. I did Enigmatic. The one before that was Insanecraft. So Insanecraft is just a huge kitchen sink pack. There are a lot of mods in there. And so it's beefy. Not everybody's computer can play it. You've got to max out the RAM on that to get it to play seamlessly. I had it maxed out and occasionally still struggled. And it's rare I have a problem with that in Minecraft. But Insanecraft, ton of fun. Highly recommend it. It had Thaumcraft, had the chickens in it. It had Galacticraft. So you got that side. It's got all of the classic monster stuff that you would expect. You know, the advanced monsters and stuff running around. What else did it have in there? It had several magic things. It had like this superhero thing you could put on superhero suits and make syringes to give yourself superpowers. A lot of people liked that. There's a mess of different things in there. There was a lot of really good textures and stuff to build with. And that, for me, a pack is important because I like... That's the one thing I think Sky Factory 4 is missing that Sky Factory 3 had a little bit better of. There's so much fun stuff in Sky Factory 4. You guys know it's my favorite pack. But when I get done building all my automations and my systems and all of that stuff, then I may want to build a house or like a haunted house or whatever. And there's really not a lot in the way to use as decorations. Quark or Mr. Crayfish decorating mods. Things like that are super, super awesome for all the fun little things they let you decorate with. And statues and stuff. I can't remember what the one was called in Sky Factory 3, but you could use like different colored clay and you could make all sorts of little, everything from little toys to pool tables to stuff. I love that kind of stuff, right? Having extra decoration if you want to build something and just really decorate it out. That was one of the reasons, another thing I really liked about Skyfarm that I mentioned earlier. I would have played Skyfarm longer, but unfortunately, my save got corrupted and I lost everything. It's not Skyfarm's part. That can happen to any of us on any pack. And unfortunately, there wasn't a backup that I could get to work because the root of the corruption was from a while back and then it just finally kicked in. The Parabox... because it has Parabox just like you have in Prestige in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Prestige one. It has a Parabox you can use to dupe things, but there were some things in the game that if you duped them, it broke your game. And I did that. So, kind of did that my own. Let's see. So, yeah. So, I'm, again, just looking for different mods and stuff to play with. I found one during Halloween that... looked awesome. And it, not even Halloween. The mod selection in it was phenomenal. Let me pull it up here again. Alright, so here's a pack that I found. And for the record, I have a Facebook gaming page now. I've joined the Facebook Gaming Partnership Program. So I'm posting a bunch of Minecraft content on my Facebook gaming page. Please consider giving that a follow. I'm definitely trying to build a bit of a community and a following over there, and any help you might like to give it a follow, share videos. I would definitely appreciate that. But I'm making some Minecraft content that is exclusive for Facebook Gaming. And one of those is a series where I review mod packs and give you an idea of what comes in them, pros, cons, and things of that nature. And the very first one I did was called Creepcraft Rise of Hallowbrine. 198 mods in that pack, just to give you a feel for, how much stuff is in there. To give you an example, Sky Factory 4 has 202. So it's only got 4 less mods than Sky Factory 4. Okay? But let me give you an idea of some of the stuff that's in there, right? I guess I should make it bigger so I can read it. Some of the highlights. Legend of Herobrine's in there. Scape and Run Parasites mod. Fish's Undead Rising mod. Bunch of scary mods on top of that. Thermal Expansion, Mechanism, Blood Magic, Thaumcraft. It's got Biomes Aplenty, Lost Cities. It's got the Midnight, so different dimensions like Midnight. It's got the Beneath. When it came to storages, it had refined storage. I want to say it had simple storage as well. I'm just grabbing a couple of the other ones. It has the Mr. Crayfish furniture. It had a bunch of stuff for decorating. That looked really, really cool. Spark was in there. Trash cans were in there. I want to say the Better Backpacks was in there. Better Nether, so it's got all the advanced Nether stuff. And I think it had Better End as well. So this is a pack that I kind of just want to play for fun. Even though it's put off as a spooky mod pack, I just think it looked good. It had Draconic in it. That's another good one. Extra Utility. Extreme Reactors. Love Extreme Reactors. That's a great power source. It's got some of the best parts of Sky Factory 3 in it. It's got immersive cables, immersive engineering, immersive petroleum, all the industrial foregoing. We all like that. Iron backpacks, iron chests, iron jetpacks. JEI, of course, it's got that in there. I'm just scrolling. Mechanism generators, mechanism tools, all the mob grinding stuff we like. Mr. Crayfish's gun mod, which I've played with. It's fun. Make a bunch of weird guns. Overloaded, Placebo, Quark, another decorating mod. Gives a ton of stuff there. Realistic torches, Flux, refined storage, Rustic is in there. Simple generators. It's another Sky Factory 4 one. Spiders, which is, if I remember correctly, it's like a material thing, like chickens or something, but it uses spiders and spider webs. So that's something I've never messed with. I'd be interested in. Say the Beneath, the Midnight, Thermal Expansions in there. I'm just scrolling over, naming off some of the ones I've seen. Tinkers. I don't think Tinkers was in this one, which I liked, only because Tinkers is in so many of them. It's like a default. It's nice to have one that doesn't make me have a smeltery for once. So no, I don't believe there's Tinkers, but there's stuff in there that you can do that does a lot of like Tinkers. Which one is Refined Storage? Refined Storage was the storage system from Sky Factory 3 and the one that's in Stoneblock 3, if I remember correctly. It's got the Spartan shields and weapons. It's got all the Spartan weaponry stuff. Hey, Night Terry, have yourself a good one, buddy. Again, it's a pack. It looks fun. There was a lot of good mixture of stuff that I like, and it also had a good mix of stuff I was unfamiliar with. So I thought it might be kind of fun to... I'm not saying that's what I'm going to stream next or anything, but it's a pack I found that I thought looked really cool. So I may fiddle with that a little bit myself. It is. It's like a mixture between simple storage and AE. So what I like to call it is it's a user-friendly AE. It's much easier to build the components and expand your storage. It's not anywhere near as labor or material extensive to level up your storage in that one. So you can put it together quicker, and it doesn't take hours just to make a little bit of storage space. Unfortunately, in some recent packs, they've taken Refined Storage, and then they've combined it with Create, which now the materials are just as hard to make as they were in AE. But in some of the older packs, it hasn't been messed up yet, and it's a lot of fun to mess with. Sky Factory 3, if you've not played it, I recommend it. Hey, AJ's Wall. Okay, if you're having problems getting in right now, Sky Factory 4 and other mods are broken right now. A lot of people are not able to log in, the Mojang servers and such, all that's whacked out. I can't get into mine right now either. So if you're getting an error pops up that says like something's missing, 22 mods are missing, so on and so forth, you are not alone. It's not something that you did. The launchers are not working, and so we're not able to play a lot of the Minecraft packs right now, which is why I don't have Minecraft up here on the stream. I'm just going to stream for an hour and chat with people. So, yes. So, again, if you're having problems getting into any of your Minecraft games right now, it's not you or your computer, probably. Everybody's experiencing majority of everybody is experiencing some issues across multiple different launchers. Not all of them. Some people are saying they're getting in okay. Some people are getting into vanilla okay. But if you're getting in and you're getting any error messages or says something is missing, like I get the one that says 22 mods are missing. You can continue, but it's going to it's going to overwrite with a new world save and remove all of those mods. And it's a ton of mods you don't want to lose. So yeah, it's not you. Just give it some time. Hopefully it'll be up and running tomorrow. Oh no, you're good. I did too. When it first pulled up, I'm like, oh my God, I've lost everything on the series we've been streaming. Bonnets? Hell no. There's absolutely nothing wrong with loving Create. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with hating Create. And let me touch on that, because this has become a very dividing subject, both here in my streams and in my Discord. Let me address it real quick with everybody, because I think I should address it a smidge. When I say I don't like a mod or a pack or something like that, I am not saying it's a bad pack and you shouldn't play it. I think you should play it. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean you won't love it, and vice versa. You may hate something that I love. Each person has to make that determination for themselves, right? Everybody is allowed to give that opinion. And if someone asks you why you don't like something, you can explain it, but try to give specific reasons. It's shit. It might be, but why is it shit? I don't like it because it does this facet of how I don't like it, what it does in the game. Have some reasons behind it. Back up your argument. It's not even an argument. It's a discussion about why someone likes or dislikes something. And there's nothing wrong with sharing that opinion if it's in a healthy way. At no time should you attack someone because they like or they don't like something. It's not what this is about. That said, not a single day goes by that I don't get at least one message on Discord, post in Discord, comment on one of my previous videos or streams, asking me, hey, what's better? What's the best way to do this? Which one of these do you like more? What do you like this? Do you not like this? I get asked that all the time. I will always answer that question. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you I don't like it, and I'm going to give you the reasons why. But I cannot stress this enough. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. Try it. 100% try it. You might love it and have the best time of your life. I never want to be the one to take that away from you. And I'm not going to normally slam or say I don't like something without having a reason. I don't like Create. I've tried and used Create in 4 different packs at this point, not counting the Stoneblock 3 playthrough I'm doing personally. I have not liked it any time. And in every situation, if I could find a way around using it, I would. And in those packs where I couldn't, it usually got to the point that I found it so frustrating, I had to quit the pack. The best example of that would be Rustic Waters 2. I loved Rustic Waters 1 as far as I got with it. I didn't go super far, but I enjoyed what I played with it. But Rustic Water 2 was so Create dependent, it literally made it no fun for me. And if I'm not having fun, I'm not going to be fun to watch. Because I can't fake it. I don't have that ability within me. My wife will tell you that I am bluntly truth to a fault. So, yes, if I don't like something, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. I'm going to give you the reasons behind it, and then I'm going to ask you to go and make that decision yourself through trying things. Now, at the same time, you can come to me and say, here's 20 things in this mod pack. And I can look at that and say, I hate all of that. And I know that's not going to be a mod pack for me. If I have to do those things. If they're in the pack, but I can do them or I don't do them, well, that's fine. I'll do the stuff I enjoy and I won't do the stuff that I don't, right? But if I have to do it, if I'm being what I call railroaded, forced to use something specifically that I don't enjoy, why are you doing that? And I don't mean the people who made it. They're making it the way they think it's fun. And they should make it the way they think it's fun. But why are you playing it? Why are you playing something you're not having fun at? There are a frickin' million Minecraft mod packs out there. And you will like hundreds of thousands of them. If you don't like a mod pack, play a different one. Right? Why not? Why spend time? It's a game. This isn't a job. If it feels like a job, I'm not going to do it. If I ever got to the point that streaming felt like a job that I hated doing it, I would stop streaming and just make videos. But I enjoy streaming. I love being able to have these interactions and hanging out with you guys. And just chatting. And I love being able to answer questions in real time and give you what insight or opinion in my experience has to help you. But this channel and my tutorials and my videos, if you've been here for a while, even my streams, my entire channel is based upon the fact that I'm trying to find the easiest, fastest, least material intensive ways of doing things. Doesn't mean the way I'm making a tutorial is the best way. There may be way more advanced, better ways down the road, right? I'm not saying what I'm doing is the best way. I'm saying it's the fastest, easiest, cheapest way to do that. And it will do what you need to do to a certain point. So playing a pack that is the opposite of that, where the goal is to take things that are easy and make them harder and take longer and require more steps and require more materials to do something that I normally would have to do, is the opposite of what I enjoy playing. And that's why, no, you will not very likely see me do a Stone Factory 3 playthrough. Because I spent over an hour today trying to figure out how the fuck to make water. Because the progression path does not take you there. I'll give you an example. You follow progression path. You think about advancements in Sky Factory 4, right? Page 1, you got your saplings. You got this one. And then there's a line saying go to this one. Then there's a line saying go into this one. I guess it'd be this way for you guys. Go into this one. And then there's a branch. You can do this one, or this one. You can do those in any order you like because it goes to all three of them. Right? Makes sense. So if you have a progression step and you get to one, and then you can go up or you can go forward. And every other spot until that point, you've had me go up and down and up. So there's a road. And as I'm going down this road, I do these progressions, and I do these progressions, and I do these progressions, and I do these progressions. Makes sense to me. That makes sense. You're walking me through your mod pack. Love it. But then I get to an intersection where I can go up, or I can keep going straight. So I go up, like I have every other time. And it lets me make a thing, and then it tells me I have to make this thing. Before I can get to this one, this one. This is all the up path. In this situation, you get to getting wood, then you make the tinker's crafting tables, then you make a smeltery. To make a smeltery, you need grout. To make grout, you need clay. To get clay, you need water. None of those steps up until that point shows you how to make water in stone block. The JEI does not show you how to make water using any of the things that you have access to at that point. In fact, to be able to make water for those steps, you have to go back to the straight path and go several steps forward to learn how to make something down the road so you can come back. Let's put that in layman's terms. You're driving a car and you get to an intersection and there's a sign that says New York straight, Los Angeles to the right. I want to go to Los Angeles. So I turn, that's all it says. I turn right to go to Los Angeles. I get halfway there and find out I had to go to New York before I can come to Los Angeles. That's how trying to figure out how water works in the very first page of Advancements in Stone Block 3. And I found it very frustrating. And for something that simple as making water. And that's not what I find fun. But it might be what you find fun, so you play it and have fun. Let's see. I missed some things here. Let's see here. You don't like the fusion fission reactors? Yes. That's why I like Sky Factory 4, because you don't have to, other than the original saplings when you first get started, because you need those for basic materials. You can tell me any mod in Sky Factory 4 after saplings, and I can play through the pack without touching it. You don't want me to use mystical, you want me to use androids, you don't want me to use simple generators, you don't want me to use mechanism. There's other ways to do everything. There's other storages. There's multiple power sources. There's multiple ways to do anything. I can do the stuff that I find fun and not do the stuff that I don't like. Because it doesn't railroad you. All the advancements that exist in Sky Factory 4, you don't have to do them. They're there as a guide to give you something to do if you want to do them. But you don't have to do any of the advancements if you don't want to. There's no reward for doing the advancements other than some prestige points. Prestige is different. Prestige is a specific playthrough based around the advancements. So we're not talking prestige, but a regular non-prestige playthrough. You can do whatever you want in that now. You build anything you want, use any process you want, combine what you like, don't use what you don't like. That's why I like Sky Factory 4. It's an open mod pack. I can do whatever they want. I'm not stuck doing everything. Imagine if every material that you ever make in Sky Factory had to start with a drying rack. If you want to make a tree, you got to use a drying rack. You want to make some crushed coal, you got to start with a drying rack. There's more steps after the drying rack, and the more you play into it, the more steps you need to get after the drying rack, but you always have to use the drying rack. I could not play that game. I hate the drying rack. Fortunately, after the first 30 minutes, you never got to touch it again, right? But, that's railroading, making me use something to move forward. And the other issue I have with many mod packs that are designed around that direction is that if you came to me and said, hey, we're going to make this process harder. It's going to take you longer to do it, and it's going to take you more materials to do it, but you get a greater reward for doing it that way. For example, if you have a piece of iron ore, you can put it in a furnace and get an iron ingot. Or you can put it in a smeltery and get 2 iron ingots. Run them through manufacturing. There's ways to increase the amount out of every single piece that you get. More steps, more reward. But if you take a mod or mod pack and say, we're going to take things that are normally easier and make them harder and more time consuming for no additional reward other than it's harder and it's more time consuming, that's not fun for me. I don't want to do things. That's like saying, hey, I'm going to take the power steering out of my car because I like having to turn the wheel harder. No one goes out of the way to make things harder on themselves. 90% of the stuff we own as human beings was designed from the standpoint of somebody trying to find an easier way to do something. I have water bottles over there because I don't want to go to a well. I was like, what? Water bottles? No. If I buy water bottles, first I'm going to do is take them out there, and then I'm going to dump all them water bottles in the well. Then I'm going to drop a bucket and get the water. Why would you make it harder? A process that's already been simplified. We've got that. We know how to do that. Give me new content. Make new blocks in your pack. Come up with things no one else has. Give me something that gives me something I've never seen before. A block that does something interesting, interacts with these other mods in a different way. Design your own material. And it can be challenging as shit because there's nothing to compare it to. That's the only way to do it. It's the only way we'll know how to do it until we find a better way. I will do that because that's the way you do it. I'll find the easiest way to do it and I'll do that. But just taking stuff other people have come up with and then making that harder and more time consuming just so it's harder and more time consuming, it sucks the fun out of things for me. And that's any mod pack I've played that has had that, I've just not enjoyed. Going all the way back to Volcano Block, which had that in spades. Oh, let's see. Load that one gets fixed. I know I'm missing some stuff here, and I apologize. Crate, right. I have no problem with crate. I don't even care to occasionally grab a crate machine and use it if I need to, if that's a thing. But don't take something I can do normally in a regular crafting table and make me build a 29 or a 9x9 grid of crate squares powered by a water wheel with water pressure and this and that and so on and power to make the same thing I used to be able to make in a regular crafting table in 10 seconds. That's just not more fun. Make me build that thing and let me build something I've never seen before, a cool tool or weapon or block I've never seen. All right, it's worth that. You're giving me a reward, something new, something I've never seen before. I'll climb all over that. We'll put it together, and then I've got a new thing to play with. But, you know, that's like having a toy box, locking the toy box, and then putting your key up on the roof. So that way every time you want to play with your toys, you got to climb up the roof, get the key, climb back down in the middle of the rain in order to get your toys. Why? To get the stuff I already had anyways. Now, if I climb on the roof and there's a new toy up there, I'm fat, I'll probably fall off the roof. But I'll try, by God. Maybe I'll bounce. Like my YouTube channel. Wait, you were talking to Dream. I appreciate that as well. And thank you very much, Ezreal the Rogue Drow, for giving us a join to the membership program. In this, because I'm not playing a game, it's not giving me the pop-ups. But I did see that. Thank you very much, Ezreal. Welcome to the Dragons membership program. If you have not yet done so, please be sure to join the Discord channel. Link for that is down below in the discussion area of all my streams and videos. And make sure that your Discord account is linked to your YouTube channel. If it is, then once you join the Discord, you'll automatically be given the rank of member, and you'll be able to access members-only threads and perks. So definitely happy to have you. And Ezreal, because you became a member, that means I have to do a shot in your honor. Would you like me to do Jaeger, strawberry chocolate cream moonshine, Fireball, or moonshine peaches? Not peach moonshine, but actual peaches soaked in moonshine. You get to choose, because this is your first month as a member, and I will happily do any of those. Dungeons and Dravens? Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's odd that they don't have a notice up there, or a pop-up or something. I checked a few minutes ago to see if there was any notice, and I didn't see one either. Man, the camera keeps getting fuzzy when I spin around. There we go. Hey, we're happy to have you. Hell yeah. Love it. And normally it would pop up and say something, but I don't have those on this screen, because normally I only pop on this screen for the last couple minutes to say, you know, tell people good night and stuff. I don't, or if I'm switching from one game to another midstream, I'll pull this up so you don't have to watch all the boring technical stuff. Speaking of crafting stuff, table in the Ultimate Ingot on Sky Factory 4. You create other stuff like singularities and more. That's correct. And the singularities are mostly useless in a non-prestige game. Not completely, because you can definitely use culinary generators or combustion generators and use food singularities or coal singularities. Those options definitely exist. But yeah, it's just a matter of getting it to work. Strawberry chocolate moonshine. Good call. Give me one moment. I'm going to go grab it. Don't look at my butt again. I keep telling you, don't look at my butt. Ouch. Son of a bitch. Ow. I'm back. I'm coming. Sorry about that. I just realized my strawberry jam spilled and my butter container was stuck to the bottom of my fridge. I gotta clean that after the stream. Shot glass. Ba-doop. You need help with Sky Factory 4. What's going on, Death Killer? Hit me up. If you're not able to get in or it's telling you there's a problem, everybody's having that problem. The launchers aren't working, and that's why I'm not streaming Minecraft right now. Ezra says, love your videos, subscribe for shows. Lifesaver for you and your brother. Well, it was my pleasure to save the life of both you and your brother. Pouring it here. I'm going to give it just a second to warm up. Not a look at your butt. I'm just making a look at your butt. Yeah. Not me. Need help getting it fixed. So right now, again, like I said, the Minecraft launchers and such, for many people, are not working. There are error messages. It's popping up saying things are missing or you don't have the right drivers installed. It's affecting multiple different launchers and stuff, and a lot of people, including myself, are not able to get into Sky Factory. So right now, if you can't get in and you're getting any of those error messages, it's nothing you're doing wrong. You shouldn't lose your game. I would just recommend not touching it till it's up and working. Until you see something that says that, log in. If you get to that error, just back out and leave it. Don't move forward at all for fear of ruining your game. You can get in, but you cannot play Sky Factory 4. You can get in, but cannot play Sky. Like, can't play it in what way? Like, you're getting an error message? It's crashing on you? It's not loading? What do you mean by you can't play? Just so I know what's going on. Yes, Sky Factory, not just Sky Factory, but multiple different Minecraft launchers and mod packs are currently experiencing issues and are not uploading. I will be going back and changing the name and thumbnail from this stream to remove it from the Sky Factory 4 playthrough series so people don't watch this episode expecting to go get it. So right now the game, everybody's getting these issues. Well, most people. Some people are able to get in. Most people are getting these issues. And so for safety's sake, I'm going to give it the night off. Plus, I don't want to start an hour into the stream doing it, and people who want to watch Sky Factory have to go through an hour of me just blubbering with everybody. So here we go. Shot. Here we go. Here it comes. Thank you again for the white chocolate strawberry cream moonshine, which is my favorite alcohol in the world. Oh, that's good. Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine. My brand of choice. They are not a sponsor, but God, I wish they were. Oh, for Bionics, who had it up and running, it just crashed for him as well. So, yeah, it does not show all the world. So that's the issue that's going on. It's if you're loading in, it says 22 mods are not working. And if you move forward with the game, it makes a new save and deletes those mods, which means you've lost anything you've done, including those mods. In my Sky Factory 4 current playthrough, I'm living in the Lost Cities. So if they remove Lost Cities, I lose everything I've built. So I'm not going to gamble with it tonight. It gets the night off. I'd much rather they fix it and then we not lose anything, you know? Because again, if it crashed and I lost it at this point, I would just move on to another pack. Would be the smart thing to do, right? At this point, I've unlocked everything with prestige points that I want to unlock anyways. So, night, Quentin. Have a good one, buddy. Want to play normal? Yeah, it's possible. Pushing vanilla? Those animals. All right, so again, just a brief reminder, I talked about this earlier. 2 weeks from tomorrow will be a 24-hour charity live stream starting on the 22nd at noon Eastern Standard Time. I'll be streaming for 24 hours straight, trying to raise funds and donations to support the Children's Miracle Network, helping sick kids and their families. Please, if you can, set a little bit of time to come by and hang out with us. Even if you can't donate, if you can donate, that'd be awesome. But if you can't, that's okay. Just come by and hang out. We'd love to have you. Lost Your World was messing with it. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. No, Smitty, we cannot. Unfortunately, I have plans tomorrow evening. So on the non-merged worlds night, so I do merged worlds every other Tuesday. On the off weeks, I have a live D&D group that gets together. So I wouldn't feel right canceling on all of them to do another stream. You know what I mean? So yeah. So unfortunately, no, there won't be an extra stream tomorrow. But you'll be getting the extra stream the week of the 22nd. Since, I normally don't stream. I've already set plans with them. They know we're not going to be playing D&D then because I'm giving them plenty of notice. So we'll be doing the charity stream then. Now, that said, there's no stream tomorrow, but Wednesday, I'm over on Twitch. I do have a Twitch channel. I should probably pimp that out real quick. I don't know if it's even... No, it won't pop up on the screen. I have a Twitch channel, Onlydraven Gaming, all scooshed together over there. If you got a Twitch account, it'd be super cool if you would consider doing that. Giving us a follow over there as well. And then let's see. Not sure what I'm streaming yet on Wednesday. Might start a new game. I'm up in the air. I'm trying to find something. There's not really any games out that I want to play right now. Non-Minecraft, mind you. There's not a lot of games that have come out recently that I'm chomping at the bit to play. I took some time to go through Steam yesterday and I added a few things to wish list. I have a lot of games I want to play that are getting released later this year or early next year. So I have a lot of stuff that I want to play that'll be coming out, and as that does, I'll be jumping all over some of that. Like I'll be doing, I want, what was it, The Forest 2. I'm going to do Forest, let me pull up my list. I'll chat with you about it. Talk about some of that stuff. Terraria. I've played Terraria. I have a couple of Terraria playthroughs on this channel. In my, it was back when I was testing, doing just videos of me playing games, but not streaming it. Not a lot of people watch those, so I stopped making them. To be honest, right? That's what it comes down to, right? Let's see. Wish list. Let's see. What do we got coming out in the next year that looks awesome? Forever Skies looks awesome. Forever Skies looks like Subnautica in the sky. I love Subnautica and Subnautica 2. Choo Choo Charles is on that list, Turtle. That was the next one I was going to mention. You're correct. The Forever Skies coming out, says 2022, nothing more specific than that. But it looks very Subnautica, but you're like on an airship. Imagine the Earth has become post-apocalyptic and everything below rooftops is poisonous gas, so you have to live above it. And you can get things on where you can go down and go through some of these buildings looking for, roguing for supplies and stuff. Looks really, really cool. So Forever Skies. Choo Choo Charlie also looks awesome. It looks kind of like the game Raft, but you have a train and you're on a track and you're trying to go around this big island finding stuff to upgrade your train and upgrade your weapons because you're being chased by a train that has giant spider legs and a clown demon face that's trying to kill you. So you're trying to fight and kill Choo Choo Charlie. It looks fun as hell. So that is on my list. Project Castaway just says coming soon. Nothing more than that. It looks a lot like another version of Stranded Deep, which I love, and I'm kind of considering playing again just for myself for fun. Probably won't stream that again, just because I streamed it a year or two ago. Stranded Deep was a great game. So it's one of those, you're stranded on deserted islands, and you're trying to survive, and there's islands, and there's a storyline, and that looks really good. So I'm interested in that one. I said Sons of the Forest already. That's on there. Now, a couple of games that are out that I'd like to get, but I'm waiting for them to go on sale. Planet Crafter, I wouldn't care to give that one. I'm waiting for the winter Christmas sale, and I'll probably pick up some more games. Layers of Fear looks interesting. Coral Island. It's really just a cutesy island simulator. It's kind of like, what's that Nintendo game that everybody was playing where you built your own island? It's kind of like that, but tropical, and it looks interesting. I wouldn't care to pick up the Mortuary Assistant. That looks pretty fun. I found a little game the other day with my wife called Evil Nun, The Broken Mask. That's kind of a scary puzzler survival game. Reminds me a little bit of Outlast, where you're a kid who goes to like this church camp, and as soon as you arrive, this nun hits you in the head with a sledgehammer, and you're locked inside this horrible school, and she's trying to find and kill you, and you're trying to find a way out. Looks interesting. Evil Nun. Just came out on Halloween. Wish I'd have known. I'd have bought it and streamed it Halloween. Like Animal Crossing. 100%. Yes, Cryo. That's the game that it looked like. Pano says, perfect time to try a single-player SIPTA? That wouldn't be bad. I hadn't thought about that. I could give that a shot on Wednesday. Wednesday streams go from 6 to 12 on Twitch, so it's like a 6-hour stream. I could jump in and fedaddle with some of that. Death Killer, will SVR be up tomorrow? I don't know. Right now, there's no notifications from any of the launchers or Mojang even acknowledging that the issue exists or how long it'll be down. So right now, I don't know. I'm hoping it will be. Hopefully they have it fixed by tomorrow. I have a feeling that next Sunday and Monday will probably be the last Sky Factory 4 Prestige streams of this series. Other than the Molten Salt Reactor and fiddling a little bit more with open computers, I've done pretty much everything to do in this playthrough. So probably week after next, I'll be jumping into a new Minecraft pack here on Sunday nights and Monday nights. Was there any other games in here I was looking at? Foundry? Foundry is another game that's coming out. It kind of looks like, what's that one game, Factorio? No, the one that's like Factorio. It starts with an S, I think. It looks like that. It's not out yet. Comes out next year, but it looked like a better version of that. And then I'm sure there's probably a bunch of adult-themed perverted hentai games on there. I'm just kidding. There's only a few. But I don't stream those. This is for me. Just being a turd. Overwatch. Oh, God, no. I'm going to tell you what. If there was a game type out there that I'm the worst at, it's shooters. I don't mind playing some of them a little bit. But I just am Satisfactory. Yes, Turtle. Thank you very much. It looks like a better version of Satisfactory. I tried Satisfactory. Started strong, hit a wall about midway through. That it just lost the fun for me. But yes, the shooters I suck at. I used to play Overwatch, the first one. I played it quite a bit. I didn't do well. Never did the rank stuff because I just couldn't win anything. And usually when I got in random groups, I was the dude that everybody complained about in chat when I streamed. So I felt like I was just really ruining the game for everybody else, so I just stopped playing it. Closest I get to first-person shooters are things like 7 Days to Die and stuff, where it's non-competitive. I don't play a lot of competitive games other than like card games, like Magic the Gathering. Right now I'm addicted to Marvel Snap. I can't stop playing it. It's such a good mobile game. And it's so free. Highly recommend it. Let's see. What else we got? Is it possible to automate a pump from one dimension to another using an ender tank and a black hole tank? I can use the ender tank to send a black hole tank back to the overworld. Yes! Ezreal, you can. You're going to have to put a chunk loader. It's like a weirding gadget at both ends. Because when you leave the one dimension, it stops existing. So you need it to still stay loaded and keep running. And I do warn people that the more of those you do, the more cross-dimension chunk loaders you use, it can really add to lag and difficulties on your play. So I wouldn't do that a ton. But if you want to do that with a couple things, yes, you could totally do that. It will work that way. Draven Hentai, yeah. Oh, no, I don't know if there's names for it. Once in a while I pick up fun games I think are funny. I'll pick up games I think are funny, even if they're adult games. Came across a game. My wife and I were down here, and I picked up new games that came out. There's a bunch of weird stuff I've never seen, and there was one in there that was just so funky. There was no way I could. My wife, who does not like anything adult themed when it comes to humor or games or anything like that, she just got so disgusted. I can't even say the name on chat, but it was rough. Chris Forge is up and running. Well, that's cool. Like I said, I'm not going to mess with it tonight. We're already over an hour in. And I don't think, getting it booted up, jumping in, we're really not going to have a whole lot of time. So I do not intend, even if it's 100% fixed, I don't think I'm going to be streaming any Minecraft this evening. We're already over an hour into the stream. But next week, we will knock out those two things we were going to try to do today, which is open computers and molten salt reactor, which I have an idea of how to build. I've done some research over the last couple of days. But I don't I don't have it for sure yet because I've never built one. I just watched Scream for the first time last night. The movie, Scream 1? Scream 1 was a good movie. I enjoyed Scream 1. I wasn't big on any of the sequels, but Scream 1 was very well done. I thought it was, at the time, awesome because it kind of poked fun at the genre of which it was contained. Another great movie like that, if you've not seen it, Cabin in the Woods, is funny and just a great poke at that same horror genre while still giving you that whole horror experience. Wonderful movie, and contains one of my favorite actors of all time, Bradley Whitford, which most of you probably have no idea who that is, but I guarantee you most of you have seen him in at least 1 to 1,000 things. Hoonie Pop. Not familiar with a Hoonie Pop. Not sure what that is. Is that a candy or is that a game? Not sure. Never seen that one? Really good. It's got Chris Thor from Marvel. I can't remember which Chris he is. Not Chris Evans. Chris Helmsworth. Chris Helmsworth is in it. And it's one of those movies that they made and then it kind of sat on a shelf for 4 or 5 years before it finally got released. So it didn't come out until after he was already Thor. So he's younger and not quite as buff in it. but I'm sure that probably helped get the movie put out, that he got popular. But 100%, he was not the pothead. Oh, no. Bradley Whitford? No. Bradley Whitford was one of the two guys running the underworld stuff. For example, if you've ever seen, let's see, it's a Adam Sandler movie called, what was it? The one where he's the rich kid and has to go back through school. Billy Madison. If you ever see Billy Madison, Bradley Whitford plays the bad guy, the guy who's trying to take over the company and who has to compete with in the versus school thing at the end. He's been in a ton of stuff. He was in my favorite television show of all time, The West Wing, playing Josh Lyman, Deputy Chief of Staff, and did that role an ungodly amount of justice. I'm doing another shot just for me because I feel like it. But no, he's awesome and hilarious. Yeah, that's him. Love him and everything. I've always liked him, but then West Wing came out, and I'm like, oh, that's that guy, and oh my God, he's so good. Of course, I like everybody in the West Wing, mostly. Another shot just for me. And for you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I do love Keanu Reeves, Smitty. You're correct there. Whew! I love that. Great tasting. Even it's still burning my mouth. Damn chemical burns. So let's see. What else do I want to chat about tonight? So yeah, I'm making a collectible card game, if you weren't here for that earlier. A D&D fantasy-themed one based on my Merged Worlds Dungeons & Dragons story. Pretty excited about it. Finally got the mechanics of how I want to build it, so I'm in the actual process of designing some of the basic cards to get the format down, figuring out how powers and abilities are going to work. And then eventually, when that is available, I will have that up on... available for people. I may even have. I may even do. I'm thinking about throwing my Patreon. I have a Patreon that I've had for years. When I first started making content on my old YouTube channel, which was not gaming content, and I still have a few people that support me there. And I'm thinking about converting that a little bit to work towards some Merged Worlds themed stuff, where people who are donators on the Patreon could earn themselves special Merge Worlds loot card game stuff and things, where I would send that to them. They get it when the game comes out. They would get free stuff just for being a supporter. So maybe even some custom cards that are Patreon exclusive cards for the game, kind of thing. Some things I'm looking at. All right, let's see. Adam Sandler's acting is 10 out of 10. His comedy is 10 out of 10. I really liked his early stuff. Wasn't a big fan of Little Nicky, but Waterboy is perfection. And was it 8 Crazy Nights? The Christmas animated thing he did? That's awesome. I loved that. And then I kind of fell off after a while with his stuff. But early stuff, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, that stuff was top gold. Hello there, Stephen. Good day. And it is... yeah, we've been having problems with Minecraft launchers not loading up for anybody today, so sadly no play today. So I'm just chatting with everybody for a little while. Probably run for about another 15 minutes or so at least, unless we keep talking. You guys are having fun chatting with me. I'll do that. Make this just a chatty AMA stream. But excellent. Congrats on your chickens, sir. Chickens are incredibly useful in every game. Waterboy. Waterboy is great, but that's also because when I was younger, had a huge crush on Fairuza Balk, who played the love interest in that movie. Vicky, I believe her name was. I've been a fan of hers for years. She was also in The Craft, American History X, just a bunch of. She was in Almost Famous. Loved Almost Famous. That was such a good movie. So yeah, she's in a lot of stuff. So I had a big crush on her when I was younger. Draven's top 5 celebrity crush list. Are you ready for it? We'll jump into that today. You probably never heard of half of them, but we'll talk about it. Let me begin by reminding everyone, Draven is very old. Okay, remember that. Draven, very old. So I'm going to list 4 of them who are celebrity crushes and have been for years. in no particular order, but I do have an all-time favorite crush, and I'll save her for last. So, top favorite celebrity crushes of all time. Christina Ricci, high on my list of crushes. She's right around the same age as I am, so I was aging up, maybe a couple years younger. So as we were growing up, she was right within my age range. So Christina Ricci, high on my list. I already said Fairuza Balk. Again, huge fan of her acting. I think she's phenomenal. I'm amazed that she's just not in everything, because I think she does such great range and does a good job. Tiffany Amber Thiessen, who played Kelly Kapowski on Saved by the Bell, for some of you young'uns out there who might not be aware of who that is. If not, you've been robbed a simple joy in life, and it makes me sad. Very sad. But no, I've been a big fan of hers. I've watched pretty much nearly everything she's ever put out. And that was for him. The other one, rounding out spots 2 through 4, Erika Eleniak. Draven, you're like, what is that name, and why did you say it? Erika Eleniak got her start on Baywatch, but my favorite movie that she was in was Under Siege, which was a oh God, what's his name? Action movie where Steven Seagal movie. Probably, in my opinion, Steven Seagal's best movie. Where Tommy Lee Jones plays the bad guy, and he's an amazing bad guy. And to this day, still has the best knife fight scene I've ever seen in a movie. 2 guys just straight up knife fighting. 100%. That is how I would think a real knife fight would go. And what few I've seen where people are skilled, that's pretty accurate. Highly recommend Under Siege. Under Siege 2, not so much. But Under Siege, yes, highly recommend Under Siege. But Draven's number one crush growing up, and I at one point owned and have seen every single thing that she's ever been in, is a young woman, well, not young anymore, she's my age, but an actress named Amy Dolenz. A-M-I space D-O-L-E-N-Z. Amy Dolenz is the daughter of Mickey Dolenz, who was one of the Monkees, from the band The Monkees back in the 60s and 70s. And she has been in a ton of movies. None of them super huge hits, sadly, because, again, I thought she was awesome. Miracle Beach, My Stepmother is an Alien, Ticks, Witchboard 2. She's been in just a whole mess of really good movies, and I've always enjoyed her acting, and she's just a cutie. I had a huge crush on her growing up. She is my number one crush for the longest period of my life. Let's see here. Sandler's movies are some of the best. Little Nicky, Waterboy, and Billy Madison. I couldn't get into Little Nicky, but I do really love the other two, and I like Happy Gilmore. Smitty, celebrity crush list. By the way, I'm a boy. Chris Hemsworth, Keanu Reeves, Zendaya, and most of all, Tom Cruise. Okay. All right, let me give you my top 5 dudes that I think are awesome. I don't know if I'd still classify as a crush, but maybe. I don't know. Keanu, obviously. He's number 1 through 5, but we're going to add some other names on the list just in case. So that's high on the list. Somebody else says, what are your favorite male and female actors? So female actors would be the ones I just named. All of them, I enjoy all of their acting. And again, I'd crush on them. I thought they were really cute and all that kind of stuff. But I think all of them were very talented actresses, and I still enjoy them anytime I see them in anything. So each one of those, it's not just because they're attractive. I really like the acting that they brought in. Tiffany Amber Thiessen, well, she was Kelly Kapowski, did a bunch of stuff after that was really good. Really liked her in White Collar. She was the wife of the FBI agent. She was great in that show. Ton of stuff. Yes. Drow, you are 100% correct. American History X was a very good movie. Definitely disturbing and dark movie. But yes, it did bring a good message to it. At least the end of it, not the beginning. But yeah, Keanu's high on that list for sure. Favorite male actors. So outside of Keanu Reeves, we would bring in Morgan Freeman. I can't think of anything I've ever seen Morgan Freeman in that I did not love Morgan Freeman in. Some of the movies themselves weren't hot, but Morgan Freeman was still exceptional in them. And I really, really like Morgan Freeman. So there's one. Another one you can kind of see behind me, 13th Warrior, Antonio Banderas. Huge fan of Antonio Banderas. 13th Warrior being my favorite movie of his, but you throw in the Desperado series, those were phenomenal. Assassins, he's been in so many great stuff. So yeah, I think that for sure Antonio Banderas is high in my list of favorite actors. One of them that I'm going to mention, unfortunately, is no longer with us. But Robin Williams was straight up top. Robin Williams, in my opinion, only had one movie I ever saw his I didn't like. And he was still okay in it. I just didn't like the movie. Robin Williams was, in my opinion, one of the ultimate threats, right? He could do anything. Serious stuff. He did horror movies. He did scary stuff. Obviously, comedies. Robin Williams was a threat. And if you've ever seen him do a live interview with anyone, you'll know that he doesn't do an interview. He just shows up and performs for a while. And the host sits there and watches. So many of his interviews, it's just him vamping and doing whatever he wants. He had so much energy. I adored Robin Williams. So he would be high on my list. Brandon Lee was another one who's no longer with us that I'm a huge fan of. Obviously, The Crow, my favorite movie of all time. All my Onlydraven is based on Eric Draven from The Crow. I got Crow stuff all over my house. So Brandon Lee is pretty awesome. So I highly recommend anything you see Brandon Lee in. Rapid Fire, Showdown in Little Tokyo, amazing movie. Him and Dolph Lundgren, probably my favorite Dolph Lundgren movie. Tia Carrere was in that. She was really good in that. Highly recommend Showdown in Little Tokyo. If you like a good action flick from the 90s, check that one out. All right, let me catch up on some of the things I missed. Teresa likes Robbie Downey Jr. He's also great. Channing Tatum. I'm trying to think if I've seen anything in him that I've liked. Nothing against him. I've only seen a few of his movies, and they didn't wow me. Like I saw the 21 Jump Street, and I wasn't huge on that. But again, I loved the original show. I saw him in G.I. Joe and was just really felt down by the original G.I. Joe movies. But I think that was the movies more. Both of those situations, I don't think it was him. It was more the movies. Let's see. George Clooney. Also loved George Clooney. I didn't mind him as Batman, although many people did. Again, a situation where I don't think he was the problem. The movie was. Any of the Ocean's movies were great. Brad Pitt, another one that I like everything. Brad Pitt's close to making my top 5. Legends of the Fall is my favorite Brad Pitt movie. That movie is phenomenal. And there's another one he's in with Robert Redford, where he's a spy. And I can't think of the name of it, but it's such a good movie. Who else you got? And Keanu Reeves, Matthew McConaughey. I like Matthew McConaughey 50-50. As a person, he's a really great dude. Anytime I've seen him do public speaking or anything like that, motivational, great dude. The movies he's in, I either love him or I don't like him at all. It's real 50-50. Loved Sahara. Really didn't like the of course, it's a book version of the Stephen King thing where he was the Man in Black. Can't think of the name of it right now. Cairo says, top man, Chris Evans, who I also like. Chris Hemsworth. All right, Tom Hiddleston. I like him. Right here, Mark Ruffalo, very high on my list. Would be an honorable mention for me. And that almost, even if you take away the thing that I think he was by far the best person to be in the Hulk role. Now You See Me is one of my favorite movies of all time, and he's phenomenal in that. If you've not seen Now You See Me, please, for love of all that's Canadian, watch that movie. Let's see, Emma Watson. I don't think I don't like the Harry Potter stuff. I just never could get into it. For me, it was just very young adult. And that's not saying it's bad. It just wasn't for me. And when again, a lot of people say, oh, she's so cute. She's a kid. It doesn't do it for me. A pretty girl, for sure. I'm not saying she's unattractive. And I don't think I've ever seen her in anything that's not a Harry Potter movie. So I really can't judge her diversity. She's probably great. I hear only great things about her. I just haven't seen enough to know. Let's see, where was I? Shailene Woodley, I have no idea who that is. Scarlett Johansson, again, I'm 50-50. Jennifer Lawrence, I would put her on a 50-50. But again, for both of them, I haven't seen much that wasn't Marvel. I saw Scarlett Johansson in Lucy. I really liked Lucy. They're making a TV series based on that. I'm intrigued to see that. And Peggy Carter. I don't know anything about. I know who she is, but I haven't seen her in anything other than that. Do you watch any Marvel or DC? Yes, I watch a lot of them. Primarily Marvel. I like Marvel more, but Henry Cavill is the best casting. I would put him in the top 3 superhero castings of all time, which would be him, Robert Downey Jr., and Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. Those are the 3 best castings ever for a superhero movie. There's other good ones, but they're my top 3. Let's see here. James Gray, I feel so dumb I couldn't figure out what RJ... Oh, you're good. Hey, how's it going, bud? So he's had to pop in asking, what did I just walk into? Hey, Uncrated. Minecraft launchers have been on and off and not working tonight, so we're not doing any Minecraft because I don't want to lose my world. So we've just been hanging out and chilling and chatting for a little while. Let's see what we got here. I'm changing his body. I haven't spent a lot of time looking at it, so I couldn't speak to it. But, you know, that's fine. I'm not saying anything against the dude. Panda says, pretty sure Brad Pitt was born in your area. His brother showed up at a lot of the bike shops. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know he had a brother. What his brother looks like. My mom's second husband was first cousins with Bruce Willis, although they never had any contact. When they were kids, they were at a couple of family reunions. He knew him that way, but he's never really known him as an adult or anything. Those things. Who would win in a twerk, Brad Pitt or Chris Evans? Gus, you are throwing me twerk. That's the ass shaking thing? I don't know. I don't find that attractive, so I honestly couldn't tell you. See what we got here. Who would win in it? Oh, we did that. Hey, Cairo, we got 20 shots. A tequila and a chocolate cream. Okay, I can do that. Let me grab my tequila. Don't look at my butt again. Hold on a minute. I don't have all these things with me. I don't have a lot of tequila left. Only got a little bit. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. It's the brand of tequila I have, Margaritaville. And I do have some lime juice to cut it. Need another shot glass. I try not to mix them if I can help it. And by the way, thank you folks for the donations tonight. I really appreciate it. And the new members as well. It is always awesome to receive that type of support. It definitely helps out. So thank you. We're going to do the moonshine because I have it in my hand. We'll do that first. Lost your GTA wheel streak. I haven't logged on in a week or two. I usually log on, spin the wheel, log back off again. Once in a while, check and see if there's any free clothes. But I don't do as much in GTA. Although, when I do jump into it, I do like that now I can do the businesses and I don't have to be in a public lobby. Because I like to play alone. GTA, I play solo. So being able to do the businesses without being worried about being jacked over all the time. I almost said jacked off. I'd be okay with that. Jacked over would be okay. Here we go. Woo! It still burns. Again, for those of you who may not have been here earlier, I have... I'm a dumbass. I just poured that in the clean one. I have 2 of these. Oh, God damn it. All right, well. It's mostly empty. Tequila. Brother has a bottle of tamarind tequila we opened yesterday for his birthday. There you go, Steven. Not a tequila fan. But it was recommended that I have some, so I bought some. And I'm not one to waste. Except for Kahlua. I wasted a bottle of Kahlua. It went bad. Because some alcohols can go bad, especially if they're cream-based. But I don't like coffee. So coffee-flavored liquor didn't do it for me. Although, if you mix it up with cream and some vodka, make yourself a white Russian, I can tolerate those. My Russians are probably the drink that get requested the most. For those of you who don't know, I'm a trained bartender. Sorry, Gus. Explicit sex stuff, unfortunately, is blocked. It won't pop, that what you're posting is not going to pop up there. But unfortunately, no. I don't think you're ever going to see an adult scene in any of the Disney owned properties. Tequila. Let's see. What do we got here? Whoo! God, this smells like pine sol. Which which I think is the description. This cup is a little fuller than normal. I got one of the bigger ones too. Ugh. All right, tequila. Here we go. Oh! Oh! Oh, that's bad. Gus, I'll be honest, I don't know what that is. I apologize. I've never heard of that, so I don't know what that is, unfortunately. I need to drink something that's not nasty. Ugh. Tequila. I don't mind margaritas, but on its own, not good. Ow! Burns. Carbonation also hurts my tongue. Everything hurts my tongue. Not everything. You love tequila? Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I foolishly have clear tequila, which is primarily used in drinks, and let's see. Hang on, I had to fix something. Fixed. So as bad as Jaeger shots, it's rough. Although they're not the worst. There are drinks out there worse, isn't there? Some of you know. Some of you have seen me take a shot of gin. God, is that bad. Gin, the second worst alcohol. There's one worse than that. What? You say? It's true. The shot that is worse than gin is Everclear. I've had many an Everclear in my life. Everclear will mess you up fast, but God, might as well be just drinking acid, not the drug, like actual hydrochloric acid. It's just bad and burns. Whew. Large shot of tequila there, huh? All right. Just lag for anyone else? Oh, hope not. Good Lord, if everything breaks, that'll suck. Maybe you just entered into a new multiverse. I'd be careful if I were you. So let's see. Well, we've been going about an hour and a half. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to chat about tonight. We've been having a good time. It's been a while since I've just one of these sit and chat and hang out with the community. So that's pretty cool. Lots worse than that. Oh, there probably is. It's the worst that I've had. I guess I limit your good call, Drow. It is the worst that I've experienced as a shot. So we'll say as a shot. And I don't like beer at all. It's gross. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Drow, by the name, have you checked out any of my Merged Worlds D&D content? I only ask because clearly your name is a cool reference to D&D, which I highly respect. So I didn't know if you have, by any chance, checked out any of my Merged World stuff. Viewers went up right after I took the shot. Well, I appreciate that. Everybody's showing up just in time for me to get lightly buzzed. I haven't had anywhere near enough drunk shots to be drunk yet. Luckily, we've spaced them out, and I appreciate that. So let's see. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I don't remember what it was. It's time for me to trim this beard, though. Although, now that Teresa mentioned that I should put dyeing my beard as a stretch goal, or as one of the goals for donations for charity, I kind of feel like maybe I should let it grow a little bit longer and dye it. Then I can always trim it afterwards. So maybe I'll let it go a couple more weeks and we'll worry about that again. Hey, Smitty, enjoy your taco, which, is a double entendre. Beer's piss in a can. Drow, you are correct. Horse piss in a glass. I say that all the time, man. It's so good we're on the same wavelength. Have you taken a look at making your own mod pack yet? A little bit, Turtle. I have. I actually have been looking into the basic process of doing that. And I will tell everyone right now, when I build my first Minecraft mod pack, it will, of course, be a relatively simple one. Not going to try to jump in and build a Sky Factory 4 as my first pack, right? That would be asinine. My first pack will definitely be a Halloween-themed pack. There are a few really good Halloween packs. There are not many. Most of the Halloween packs that I download every year say they're Halloween packs, but it's a 99% vanilla experience, and they put a few spooky things that might be out in the world somewhere. Okay, I take it back. The tequila just kicked in a little bit. Now I'm feeling just a little bit lightheaded. Great. So my very first one will definitely be a Halloween themed pack. Not to say I won't make a better, more in-depth Halloween pack, because I think we need a really good in-depth Halloween themed pack. But I'll probably make a Halloween themed pack first. I would also like to make, and again, I know, cliche, Draven going on about the same shit. I'd like to make a Merged Worlds themed pack. I'd love to make a pack that auto-generates some things that are Merged Worlds themed. I think that would be fun. The only thing with doing that is, to do that, I would first have to learn how to build a mod. And that might be harder. Putting mods together in a pack is hard. But building your own mod, I can only assume, is harder. I don't know, but it would make sense to me that it would be harder. But to do that justice, I think I'd have to build my own mods. So I'd have to look into that. I'm getting into the beginning of it, and yes, I've used the same character for the last 15 years to play 3.5. Excellent! That is awesome. I have been playing since I was 11, so that is currently a little over 34 years, and I play 2nd edition. Merged Worlds is based on 2nd edition. Last year and early this year, I tried to convert to 5th. I just couldn't pull it off, right? I just couldn't do it. It's just not what I'm looking for in a role-playing game. So I went back to 2nd. You got to build Sky Factory 5. I would love to be a part of Sky Factory 5. I would punch babies for the opportunity to even be a tiny voice that affected the direction of Sky Factory 5. Just to be a part of it in any way would be like the biggest fucking honor I think that I could achieve. If I did that, that's to me is as big as hitting like a milestone for subscribers. To have someone as huge as Darkosto say, hey, what are your thoughts? Hell, if he's like, hey, would you mind playtesting? That type of honors, and I'm not worth it yet. And I mean that sincerely. There are much bigger and better and experienced creators out there than me. But if I ever got to the point that someone of that level thought that my opinion had value, hands down, greatest compliment of my life. Other than my wife agreeing to marry me, which I think was out of pity, but we'll take it. But I can't build Sky Factory 5. That is a product owned currently and run by Darkosto, who is phenomenal. I completely trust it's in his hand, but I do pray to God he doesn't base it on Create. That's just me. You need custom mod. Turtle? Oh, I've already determined, Turtle, that even though I am a large fat man and you are not, I will still have to lean upon you heavily when it comes to mod and mod pack creation. Especially at least at the beginning when I'm dabbling in. I knew within 1,000,000% I am going to need Turtle's help for this. You're the most knowledgeable person I have. And there's probably other folks out there as well who could jump in and offer some help as well. But yeah, Turtle, 100%, dude. You are right on the win for that. By the way, guys, I should ask this because I haven't said it this stream. I know it's not a normal stream, but it would be super cool if you wouldn't mind clicking the like button if you're liking the stream a little bit. I know it's just me jibber-jabbing with the community, but it'd be really cool if you wouldn't mind clicking like. It really does help the channel. I appreciate it. I never played D&D, but I have a D&D character. I respect that. And if you'd like to know more about D&D, check out Merge Worlds here on YouTube. My channel. Almost as long as I've been alive. Yes, I'm an old man, Drow. I know this. Ezreal. I should be calling you Ezreal. I don't know why I'm calling you by your descriptive. I apologize. Draven's thoughts. Don't add creative. Great. Okay, let me take a step back on that. 100%. I am totally fine with you putting create in a mod pack. Just don't make me use it. Put 100 mods in there. I'll use the ones I like. Just don't make me have to use something that I'm not going to enjoy. Hell, I might put create in a mod pack. Wah! As an option for those people who like it. But I guarantee you there won't be one single thing in that mod pack that will require you to use Create. But Create might be a way of doing some of those things, and people enjoy it. I'm fine with that. I don't mind it being in there. Put it in there. I just don't want to use it. Make it optional. Again, perks of Sky Factory 4. I haven't been able to stomach anything for 4th or 5th edition. It's not D&D. Ezreal, I'm right there with you, boss. I'm the same way. And then I tried 3 and 3.5. I had the same problem. 2nd edition is what I've been playing. I dabbled with 1st edition, obviously, at the very beginning, because it was that. But 2nd edition was relatively new, brand new when I jumped in there. So 100 per stuff. I've drank too much tonight. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do another free shot, because why the hell not? I'm going to do a cream, though. I'm afraid this cream's moonshine is going to go bad, so I don't mind drinking some of it tonight. So let's see here. What else? Let's see here. I think I haven't been able to something. Yeah, it was there. Draven Sky mod pack. Nice. And I'm not sure it would be a Sky mod. It might be. I don't know. Again, the Halloween one would not, for sure. My first one will not be a Sky Pack. I think Sky Packs bring an additional level of challenge to them, especially when it comes to resources, right? You got to have something to get your basic resources, whether it's saplings or sieving or something. You got to have something to get started, and any type of Sky Pack brings that added challenge. But I definitely would love to make a Sky Pack eventually. Don't like to see in a mod pack is Project D. It's a fun mod, but once you get it started, it makes the game too easy. You know, Cairo, that's a great point. And that's one thing, again, and me throwing all the kudos to Dark Coaster. That's why I like it's locked behind Prestige and Sky Factory 4, right? It's not just there automatically. If you really want it, you got to work for it, and then you still got to buy it with points, and you don't have to do it. Again, it's optional, but it's not something you have access to at the very beginning. So there's that. Don't gain important stuff behind any single. That's the best thing I could say. I understand if the beginning of your mod pack requires you to use something to get started, right? And by that I mean saplings, Sky Factory 4, sieving, Sky Factory 3. You know what I mean? These are packs that you have to have something to get these resources to get the ball rolling. I'm fine with that, but once we get it rolling, don't make the whole... I don't want to have a sapling for everything I build. If I had to have a chest with a hopping bonsai and a sapling in front of every automation I ever built, I'd have a problem with that. Because again, then you're stuck. No, it's just you, Panda. Sorry. You bumped your mouse. Uh-oh. I'll do an extra toasted shot for the poor death of Panda's mouse. Here we go. Woo! It still burns. Hey, Vault Hunters. Every mod beyond progression, upon dungeoneering. I wouldn't be against that. If in order for me to unlock anything, I had to go out and adventure and kill things and look in places, that's a cool mechanic for me. I would be okay with that. You're not making the processes harder. You're just making me have to earn to get to them. I'm okay with that. I could see that being okay, depending on how much dungeoneering you have to do to unlock. If I have to do an hour of unlocking to unlock a thing, and there's 100 things to unlock, and I got to play, that might be a little tedious. But it sounds like the idea is there. I'm all about it. Let me know when the update comes, or when the 1.18 comes out. I'll give it a shot. Turtle, you know your opinion means the world to me, boss. Yes, I am going to build my own mod pack. I would expect my own mod pack to be out by the end of 2023. More likely, well before that. I'd like to have it out before Halloween. It is something I want to focus on in 2023, is getting my first, at least small starter mod pack out there, just to get a feel for it. But I'll be honest, making my Merged Worlds collectible card game that I've just started is definitely going to be taking up a chunk of my time as well. I have to, that's going to be a ton of work, because not only do I have to make the game, then I'm going to have to play test the living hell out of it, and then readjust, and then adjust, and then play test, and then level things out, take things that are overpowered, dumb them down, so on and so forth. And then once I finally have everything ready to go, I then have to come up with the money to pay for an artist to draw art for every single individual card. And of course, I'm going to reach out to Shadowcast for that, who's our community artist. She does all the stuff. She does all my merch, all that stuff. Shadow is also my best friend. So I definitely will reach out to her when it comes time for that, if she's interested in it, of course. That's a big project. She also has her own family and a job and stuff. If it's too big for her and she turns it down, then I might go out and actually search for someone else. But she'll always have first dibs on any artwork that I have. Rocks to generate them. That's interesting. These years are going by fast. It's true. Speed flies by. Do you have any tried RL Craft? Yes, I've actually streamed an RL Craft playthrough twice. The first time was before I got the computer I have that I built, and we struggled a lot with lag. My old computer was a steaming pile of shit. If you were ever here for the early streams, like Sky Factory 4 would crash at least once a stream, and it would take 30 minutes for it to reboot. It was a horrible computer. It already struggled with Minecraft a little bit, but when you put in added stress of trying to stream it, it was just too much. So once streaming became important to me, I built my own PC, and at least at the time that I built it, it was a beast. I'm sure there's better stuff now, but it still runs everything I need it to do. Although I'm thinking about adding some additional RAM. I've got... I want to say I've got 32 in there now, and I got 2 more slots. I might add 2 more 16 sticks in there. Just a thing. Took Art 1 last year, but still I'm a terrible artist. Oh, I can't draw for shit, man. I am a storyteller. I cannot do anything else. I can't sing. I can't dance. And I can't draw. I do not have any other artistic skill. I can tell stories, and I feel that is a skill I'm proud of. Not the best in the world at it, but I enjoy doing it, and I get usually pretty good feedback. Shadowcast does awesome art and knows the channel style well, probably because she made most of it. That's very true. Yeah, Shadow is just an exceptionally wonderful human being as well. She's just sweet as can be. It's funny because her oldest son just turned, I think, like 12 or 13 the other day. And I remember when I first met her, because I used to work for ADT Security. I was a team coach over there, or team lead. And then she came in as an employee and was on my team. So she worked for me for a while there. And we just became friends right off the bat. We had a very, very similar style of humor. And that's what I look for in anybody that I spend time with. You can't be offended by everything I say. Not that I say offensive stuff. You know my limitations there. I don't allow any of that stuff on the channel, and I'm sure as hell not different off channel than I am here. But I definitely say filthy humor. I am a filthy human being. Not here on stream as much, but it sometimes sneaks out a little. But off camera, I am a dirty boy, and you've got to be able to tolerate filthy humor in order for me to be able to hang out with you. But you could do fashion, though. Fashion. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I did my laundry today, and right before the stream, I quickly went and grabbed a shirt out of the dryer, started streaming, and realized it's the same shirt I wore yesterday. Well, you guys are going to think I don't ever change clothes. I promise. I have not been wearing this shirt for 48 hours. I just did laundry and grabbed it out. It was the first one I grabbed. Although, most of my shirts are merch shirts, because I sell merch. In case you didn't know that, I have a website. Onlydraven.com. You should totally check them out, not just to buy stuff. Check out my website. I'd love to hear your thoughts on my website. I'm always working to improve it. There's a bunch of ads that pop on it right now. And when I was first building the website, my first thought was, ooh, how can I monetize everything that I'm doing? Right? Because I want to turn this into a business. But over time, I've realized some of that stuff's just not worth the headache, and I don't like how much it breaks up the page. So I'm in the process of trying to get that taken back off of my website. But I added it 2.5 years ago, and I don't know how I did it. I followed a guide because it's HTML shit, and I don't know anything about that. And I got to figure out how to take them back off so they'll stop popping up. So if you pop on there occasionally, if you pop on there and you see there's a bunch of funky ads in the way, I apologize. I'm working on removing them. But I do have a store where I sell tons of merch, including Merged Worlds D&D stuff, t-shirts like this, symbols. The poster is one back there. That's an Onlydraven Gaming poster. That's an Onlydraven Gaming water bottle. Probably the shirts, the mugs. Those are probably the two. Stickers. I got all that kind of business. That's probably what people like the most. But yeah, if you're interested in ODG merch, great way to support the channel and get yourself something cool. During the Extra Life stream, I will be giving away some free t-shirts and stuff. And t-shirts and or mugs. So, and you will not have to donate to participate in that. When I open up a charity drawing or a thing like that, just showing up in the stream will work. There'll probably be a thing where I'll have a Discord thread where you just post your name and the time you're on the stream, and then you just post a comment or something. Just go in the chat and be like, contest, and then just you post contest, and then I can go back through and pull everybody who said contest. Because some people aren't interested and don't want to be in it, so that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna give away some stuff. An ODG fedora. The merch store that I use does not currently sell fedoras, but if they did, I'd be into it. I can make faces, usually not by choice. Usually it's alcohol based. Upvote for the fedora. This I bought on. My hair's horrible today, that's why I threw it on. Because when I'm working, I wear a headset and it messes my hair up because I wear it all day. I bought this off of wish.com. It's a one size a little smaller than I'd like, but it works. Let's see. Gonna buy a Nintendo Switch. Okay. I haven't owned a Nintendo system since the original Nintendo. After Nintendo, I had a Sega Genesis instead of a Super Nintendo. My parents made bad decisions. And then after the Genesis, I didn't have a system until the PlayStation came out. And then I had a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2, probably the 1 and 2 were close, but 2 is probably the system I played more on than any other system, with maybe the exception of the original Nintendo. And then I didn't have one for a while. I didn't have a system for a while until Rock Band came out, and I played at a friend's house and went the next day and dropped $600. Got an Xbox 360 and everything Rock Band related. And then 360 was my last console. It was short after I got that 360, to be honest, that I was introduced to World of Warcraft, and that was the first PC game I played, and I have never needed a console again once I picked up PC gaming. 2 Mr. Beast ads on my website. Well, that's cool. That's interesting. Can't Nightbot automatically run raffles? Maybe. I never added Nightbot. Nightbot got added by a moderator that used to be one of my moderators, but has since kind of left the community. He just stopped playing games and wasn't really on the internet much, and asked to be removed from that role. His name was Cheeseboy, but his name was Gus in real life. Gus was on. He set that up, and then since he's left, I've never touched Nightbot. Don't use it for anything. But I could probably look at. There's probably a way to do that. You're probably right. I should probably look into that because it'd be nice to have a way to automate that, so I could, because I want it to be fair. I want everybody to have a chance. So if there's a way to automate that, make it 100% random. Not that I cheat, you know what I'm saying, but I'd have to look. Cannabis depending on who's in the stream at the time. Simpsons hit and run on the PS2 is amazing. Gus. Yeah, it was Gus. Yeah, Gus. Gus was my first technical guy. Neon was my first mediator. Excuse me, moderator. Neon Silver 2 was his name. Or Neon Silver here, Discord. And he was a moderator before I asked him to be a moderator. He just started doing the job. So one day I was like, hey man, you want to be a moderator? Because you're already being one. So he did, and then it was him and Gus. And then after that, it was James Drury. Those are my first 3 moderators. And James is still with me. He's not available to be here as often as he used to be, but he does pop on here. But I do see him on the Twitch streams a little bit because of his work schedule. He shows up on the Twitch streams more than we see him over here. And then after that, we had, of course, Turtle, Teresa, Panda, Elemental Dad. I feel horrible because I'm missing someone. And I don't know who it is. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, the moderators we have, I think we have 6 moderators currently, and they have been moderators now for well over a year each, and they do a wonderful job. Special thank you to the moderators. If they see somebody in chat with a blue named font and a little wrench after their name, those are my moderators, and I appreciate all the phenomenal work that they do to help out here. Wheel of Fortune type thing of the raffle. I do have a couple wheel. Though I'll have a wheel set, but that'll be for a Wheel of Torture. Gonna head on out. Hey, have yourself a good one. Terry, that's who it is. Oh my God, Terry's my most recent ad. That was going in my head. I was going in order. You're 100% correct. Terry was he's probably my newest moderator, and he really stepped up once we started doing the Conan Exile streams over on Twitch, because he's one of the folks who's on there the most, and Panda, who's already one, and Mystique. Mystique is one of the original older ones as well. Her and Teresa stepped in, I think, at the same time. Mystique, unfortunately, again, because of her schedule, just isn't able to get on much anymore. But she does pop on when she can. And that's why I apologize. Some of these folks I just haven't got a chance to talk to in a while. So in my head, I was going over everybody I've talked to in the past week. All right. Well, you know what? We're sitting here at 10 o'clock. We've been streaming for 2 hours, and I've provided you absolutely zero quality content. So I think this is a good spot to call it for the night. Again, I do apologize that Minecraft was kind of a bust for the evening. I definitely wanted to jump in there, but technical difficulties on the Minecraft side is completely out of my hands and yours as well. There's no stream tomorrow, but I will be streaming over on my Twitch channel, Onlydraven Gaming, on Wednesday. Not sure exactly what yet, although Panda's suggestion of an Isle of Sipta Conan Exiles playthrough, because I've not played that yet. I might jump on there just to test it out and get a game started there. That could be fun. And then Thursday there's no stream. Friday and Saturday I'm over on Twitch. Friday I'm not sure what yet, but Saturday is going to be our 7 Days to Die stream with Colonel and the community. So 100% definitely jump on over there. And hang out for 7 Days to Die. When we play 7 Days to Die every other Saturday, just by watching, you earn points that you can spend to throw zombies and try to kill us. And if you kill us, you get even more points to try to kill us again. 7 Days to Die every other Saturday with Conan and several other members of the community. Definitely come on over. If for no other stream, Saturday night from 8 p.m. to midnight, you get to try to kill me. And you usually succeed. Come on in. We'd love to have you. I haven't seen Terry very much. He hangs out around the Twitch streams. Yeah, he's definitely more available. He hops in here as well. Terry's work schedule requires him to be up pretty early. So even on the Twitch streams, he usually has to cut out after just an hour. He was here in the YouTube stream today. He usually leaves about 30 minutes to an hour before Turtle shows up. There's not a lot of overlap there. So yeah, unfortunately, Turtle and Terry's schedules just don't align that well. But yeah, Terry's definitely pops up a lot on the Twitch streams. Probably best for college for 4 hours. Gotcha. Very different. Tons of new content that you're not used to. Well, I enjoy things that I'm not used to. And I'll have to pick a new weapon because I'm using a spear in our current, or polearms in our current playthrough. So I'll have to choose a different weapon type for a new playthrough. Maybe I'll try daggers again. Or if I don't like daggers, I might try to hybrid and do like an archer / melee combo. Because I've not really messed with archering. Arching? We're going to go with arching for now. Tell me if I'm wrong. Arching in the game. So we'll have to check on that. So maybe we'll jump on that on Wednesday. But thank you all very much for coming. I appreciate you spending a little time with me, even though I've been boring as hell. Thank you very much to everyone who's donated. And again, thank you everyone who joined our new membership. That's out there for you, Drow. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Ezreal, very, very much. I hope you'll come back again. But I'll be back here again next Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard with probably our last, Sunday and Monday will probably be our last Sky Factory 4 streams. And then we'll dabble into a new mod pack for a little while and see what trouble we can get into. And yes, Cairo, Scabbard. Scabbard is what holds your weapon. That's what your sword goes inside of. All right, folks. You folks have yourselves a wonderful evening. I love every single damn one of you. And hopefully I see you again really soon, okay? You guys have a great day.